Although live ice carving demonstrations have come to an end, Social District Nights will continue to take place every Thursday in downtown Lake Orion. Congresswoman Elissa Slotkin visited Lake Orion to reassure the owners of 20 Front Street that the government is doing everything it can to save local music venues. One local business welcomed back its staff as it reopened its doors to the public. And the Oxford Orion Fish Food Pantry continues to serve those in need thanks to support from a generous community. Hello everyone, I'm Stacy Calloway. I'll have those stories and more on this edition of ONTV News. The Lake Orion DDA is always coming up with ideas and events to lure visitors into downtown Lake Orion. The DDA offered a little fire and ice throughout February, and residents responded. Throughout the month of February, the Lake Orion DDA has been hosting Social District Nights in downtown Lake Orion every Thursday. Each week, visitors were treated to ice sculptures displayed throughout the downtown area, as well as live ice carving demonstrations by Clint Rich of Clear Cut Ice Sculptures.
I was really excited when they told me they were going to do the event. I like that they're doing it every week because a lot of times cities like this, they just do it one big weekend and it's over, but this is throughout the whole month of February, so I thought that was pretty cool.
Thursday, February 25th was Ladies' Night, with many stores staying open late to offer discounts, specials, and incentives. A second warming station was set up on the south end of Broadway Street near the American Legion, joining the existing warming station located at Flint and Anderson Street. The evening was sponsored by Premier Academy, owned by Jeff Schmitz, who also owns 120 South Broadway in downtown Lake Orion.
It was super important for us to be part of this event because one, I think as a developer, first and foremost, developing in downtown Lake Orion and at the village here and being part of the community, I wanted to be able to bring, another sense of what we do as developers and bring Premier Academy, and which is only about 10 minutes outside of town, even though it's in Rochester Hills, and just kind of bring the whole sense of community together, because having schools and daycares is total community, right? And then when you add that to our new mixed-use facility here with Bitter Tom's and the apartments in Marcella's, it's just really cool. It creates that awesome culture sphere, right? Mm-hmm. And that's what's exciting to me.
So we're a private preschool facility. We also have childcare. Part of what we do best is we offer two types of curriculum. We do have a traditional preschool program and a Montessori-based program as well. The programs begin to be increasingly popular in the community, which is why we built our second location. And overall, it's been really cool to work alongside Jeff as the developer and owner, just to have that privilege to do those unique and fun things for the community for the Reach Back.
Now, although the live ice carving demonstrations have come to an end, we're told Social District Nights will continue with fun events planned for March and beyond, with Ladies' Night being held the last Thursday of each month.
As you know, it's really important to find ways to be social and also to be safe. And this is what we came up with, and we're so grateful to everybody who has come down to enjoy our efforts and Clint's efforts from Clear Cut Ice and all the stores that have been open. It's been very nice. We miss you all, and we're so happy to see you when you come down.
Premier Academy has 2 locations in Rochester Hills and Oakland Township. For more information, you can visit premieracademymi.com. To learn more about the DDA Social District Nights, you can visit downtownlakeorion.org. You can also find them on Facebook. As we close in on the 1-year anniversary of Michigan's pandemic shutdown, many businesses and organizations have suffered. Stores and restaurants have since been allowed to open at a limited capacity. But performance venues haven't been open at all during the pandemic, and they are desperate for assistance from the government to survive. On Monday, February 22nd, Congresswoman Elissa Slotkin, who represents Michigan's 8th District, paid a visit to 20 Front Street in downtown Lake Orion. The popular music venue has been closed to the public for almost a year due to the ongoing pandemic. Representative Slotkin met with the owners of 20 Front Street as well as representatives of the village and DDA to discuss upcoming grant programs that will provide much-needed relief to small venues like this one.
Well, the number one reason why we're here is because we want them to take advantage of the money that we just approved at the federal level at the end of December. So this is about, saving our stages is the name of the bill, and making sure there's money in the bank so they continue as a venue. They're an anchor business here. That's why you've got folks from the local downtown development agency working here with us. And then, honestly, I think we're seeing the COVID rates drop precipitously. We've got 15% of the state now at least vaccinated with one shot. And so it's my sincere hope and ambition and expectation that this summer we'll be able to sort of come out of our houses and hopefully not have to go back in. And so right now we're talking about money that's a bridge to a time when they can have this place packed full of people again.
And for her to be here saying, I want to help, make sure that you are first in line, that we can't thank her enough, and the DDA and the Village Council, everyone that's just wants to make sure that we're going to have a spot in line for some of these funds that are becoming available. It's just reassuring again that it's not just us, we're not in this fight alone. There's a lot of people that this place means a lot to, including us, and they want to make sure that if we do qualify, which looks like we do, that they're going to help us make sure that we have the best shot possible.
20 Front Street hosted its last show with an in-person audience on March 12th of 2020. They've done a few streaming shows as fundraisers, but they'll need support from the state and federal government if they're going to survive this lengthy shutdown.
This Save Our Stages legislation that we passed at the end of December basically is aimed at supporting performance spaces that are cultural institutions, right? Like this venue here, 20 Front Street. And so all you do is, they're going to put out the rules, hopefully here in the next week or two. And we know that if they succeed in getting the grant, it can be up to 45% of their revenue from 2019. So they have to show their books from 2019, and they can earn up to 45% of it, which, again, isn't perfect, but it's better than nothing. It'll help keep the doors open in a place like this.
But thankfully for us, pretty early on, within the first few months, we did a couple online fundraisers where we put together some artists that typically play here, put some videos together, and we presented online as one big fundraiser, and the community support just blew us away. The people that came out of the woodwork to help us support us financially, and just the stories and emails about how much they love this place and what it meant to them, and how they were going to fight tooth and nail to make sure that we were going to survive this thing. And you saw that again today with the support from our local government officials. We just really felt that love and realized, there's a lot of people that this place means a lot to, and they're going to fight to try and help us to make sure that it's here on the other side of this thing.
If all goes well, 20 Front Street is hoping to reopen to the public in a limited capacity by late summer or early fall, with hopes to open at full capacity before the end of the year. Visit 20frontstreet.com for updates. They're also on Facebook. As we said earlier, restaurants have been hit hard by the pandemic, but imagine planning a grand opening during all this turmoil. One local coffee shop got off to a rough start in 2020, but has reason to celebrate in 2021. ONTV's Joe Johnson has the story.
On the morning of Thursday, February 11th, Lava Mountain Coffee in Lake Orion celebrated its grand reopening following the easing of government-mandated restrictions on February 1st. Lava Mountain opened its doors in June of 2020, right smack dab in the middle of the pandemic.
We opened in June, so we opened in the middle of the pandemic as it was, right? We were supposed to open in March and then push back. Finally, we got open in June, started to get some momentum, shut down in November, so it was kind of frustrating we haven't even seen the full potential of the store yet, right? School's not in, so we don't have any of that. So when February 1st they announced they were going to allow us to reopen for people to come in and sit, we got on it right away. We wanted to get everyone back in the store. So we're just happy to be here, and we're so thankful to the community how much support we got from them.
Lava Mountain Coffee celebrated the return of its baristas, many of whom come from Dutton Farm in Rochester Hills, an adult education program that prepares those with special needs to join the workforce and contribute to the community.
I've been a supporter for Dutton Farm before I even opened the store. If you guys know Jenny and all the group, they're such an amazing group, as you can probably see. But I got this idea that I wanted them to create jobs for them to work in the store. So it means everything. They make the place what it is. They make the store happy, and they make the coffee taste better.
So I met Z a few years ago at one of the incredible D-Man events that he was doing, and it was the Dreams Come True on Woodward. It was so inspirational, and we kind of developed a friendship, and he came out and toured the farm, and then when he was kind of had the idea of starting this coffee shop, he reached out to me, and it was just an incredible idea, and the partnership kind of evolved from there, and he hires directly from the individuals on the farm that we train and creates an awesome work environment for them.
Every day at my job, I climb a mountain, and now without a cup, I might lava mountain.
During the celebration, those in attendance enjoyed the premiere of the Lava Mountain Coffee music video, and CEO Ziad Kassab announced the launch of a talent competition in February.
We're accepting applications from all musicians in the community between now and the end of the month. Just send your video to Lava Mountain Facebook page. We'll choose 14 of the top ones that to come in to perform. 14 artists. They'll perform 14 in the first week, and the customers will vote online. For whoever gets the top 7 will go to the next round. And then again, they'll perform the next week, and the customers will vote online again. Top 3 will advance, same thing, until there's a winner. And the winner will get to record their own song in my music therapy studio in Berkeley.
For more information, you can call 248-690-7595 or visit lavamountaincoffee.com. You can also find them on Facebook. In Lake Orion, this is Joe Johnson reporting for ONTV News.
Thanks, Joe. And finally, in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, the Oxford Orion Fish Food Pantry has adapted to continue to serve those in need in the community in a safe way. There are many ways you can support the organization, including adopting a shelf to keep it stocked throughout the year. On Thursday, February 25th, representatives of VFW Post 334 arrived at the Oxford Orion Fish Food Pantry to present a check for $1,200. Every year, the VFW adopts a shelf at the food pantry to keep it stocked with pasta and sauce for an entire year.
When you see us out on the street taking the poppies and distributing them, some of that money is used to give and support our community, and that's what we do with the money. And it's just a wonderful thing we do, supporting those that need a little extra helping hand. Really, really proud of the boys that go out and do the poppies, and then we're able to distribute some money to all the different needs in the community that we do support.
The Adopt A Shelf program is wonderful because kids can be involved, the whole families can be involved, groups can be involved into it. It is stocking the shelves every month. And if you don't want to stock it yourself, a lot of people will buy the food and bring it in and stock it. We suggest that it's probably about $100 a month, and is what we strive for. And then we will add to that, of course, if we see that it's getting down. But kids enjoy it, the parents enjoy it. They just feel like they're really giving a hand, and they are. It's wonderful.
The COVID-19 pandemic has severely impacted fundraising efforts by the VFW, but its members came through to make sure Post 334 can continue to serve the community.
I know it's only $1,200, but as you can see behind us, they've got many carts of food lined up for the curbside pickup today, and there's got to be 2-3 dozen carts already loaded, ready to go. So it's very important to support those in need, and it gives us a little bit of joy in our hearts to do this and be able to for the community to count on us to do this.
If you would like to adopt a shelf at the Oxford Orion Fish Food Pantry, you can call 248-628-3933 or visit oxfordorionfish.org for more information. And with that, we'll wrap up this edition of ONTV News. On behalf of the hardworking ONTV News team, I'm Stacy Calloway. Thanks for watching.